Hello, welcome. This is Sports Tonight, reaching you live from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. Good to have you on board with us. I'm Austin Okodakman. On the show tonight, we'll take a look at what's going on right there in the UEFA Champions League. Yes, Wednesday night comes with so much action. What a story. Yesterday, we saw drama and more drama. It was dream home debut for Jose Mourinho at Tottenham Hotspur. It was on this show I told you that there were 2 goals down to Olympiacos, and then they fought back and gave Jose reason to smile for the first time that he led the team out at White Hart Lane. Tottenham went on to win 4-2. Jose was super excited with that one because they also booked a place in the round of 16. Manchester City also booked their place. Real Madrid and PSG also booked a place in the round of 16, but it was drama also in that one. Real Madrid, they blew a 2-goal lead to play 2-2 with Paris Saint-Germain. The other teams in that group, Galatasaray and Club Brugge, they played 1-1 earlier, so that result couldn't do anything to stop Real Madrid or PSG from advancing in the UEFA Champions League. Tonight, we're already seeing reasons to talk sports as Chelsea and Valencia, they played 2-2. That one also really got us talking. So there are more reasons why we'll talk sports tonight in the UEFA Champions League. I'll be monitoring all of the live scores tonight on the program. What's going on in our world of sports? We are getting ready for the FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament at the D Tigers. So that group is not smiling. I'll tell you the group. But look, in our world of sports, impossible is nothing. So I'm hoping that the D Tigers will get something out of that one and qualify for the Olympics. On the show tonight, we'll talk about the Beach Soccer World Cup. It didn't end well for the Super Sand Eagles. Yes, we know against Brazil it was going to be very, very difficult, but it is what it is. Come back home now and see ways you can develop beach soccer first, create a league. That's what everyone has been saying, persons that are involved with beach soccer, create a league, get the players busy. It's systematic, so there must be something that should keep the process going. That's in beach soccer. Quarterfinalists emerge right there in Paraguay. We'll tell you the story. The Nigeria Football Federation, they have words for Super Eagles technical advisor Gernot Rohr. What is it all about? Well, we'll talk about it on the show tonight. I'll give you updates from the 51st edition of the Asoju-Oba Table Tennis Championship. Semi-finals have already emerged. Former champions, they're not smiling. They want to retain their title again, but it's going to be just one that will make it to the final. We'll talk about that one. We're talking about table tennis in Nigeria. I see Rangers and the new Salisu Yusuf is back to the league. He will take over as the new management of Enugu Rangers. We'll talk about that one also on the show tonight. So much going down in our world of sports. Sports Tonight on Channels Television. Be part of the program. You can talk to us on Twitter, Channels_Sports, Facebook, Channels-Sports, or send us an email to sportstonight@channelstv.com. I want to find out what you are following, particularly in the UEFA Champions League. What do you think after seeing that match between Chelsea and Valencia? I think I like it. It was a good show of football, and Chelsea showing us once again under Frank Lampard that they can be decent. Let's see how that one will go for them, because Ajax at the moment are the lead in their match, and if Ajax should win tonight, they will be home and dry for the next round. So Valencia and Chelsea, we need to fight for the remaining slot to make it to the round of 16. Let's get on with the show now. Let me let you know that the D Tigers, Nigeria's basketball team, they have been drawn in a very difficult group. Yeah, that's how I can describe it for the FIBA Olympics qualifying tournament. Let's run through the group. They will play in the group that's called the Belgrade group. Look at it right there. It's Nigeria, the United States of America, Serbia, and Mozambique. Woo! What do you think? Can the D Tigers make it out of that group? United States of America, Serbia, and of course, Mozambique. Pretty tough. In the other group, there's France, Puerto Rico, Brazil, and Australia. In the Fusion group is South Korea, China, Great Britain, and Spain. The Austin group is Canada, Japan, Sweden, and Belgium. For the FIBA Olympics qualifying tournament. Let that discussion get on the way now. The D Tigers, what do you think about this group? I think it's very difficult, very, very difficult. But once again, in our world of sports, impossible is nothing. And the D Tigers have shown us time and time again that, look, when they want to play basketball. They will really come out to play basketball. So let's see what they can do in that one, talking about the development of basketball, women's basketball in Nigeria. I'm rooting for the D Tigress. Let's see what they can do when the qualifying championship will begin. But look, this inside there, African champions, the D Tigress. All we can do for the team is wish them all the best of luck. And I think it's really, really going to be a good one to see the D Tigress make it to the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. Let's get on with the show now. Let's talk about the development of cricket in Nigeria. I keep telling you, particularly for those that don't know, that cricket has been played in Nigeria since the late 19th century. And so the Nigeria Cricket Federation today, with their president, Professor Adams Ukwenya, they visited the Minister for Youth and Sport, Mr. Sunday Dare, with some officials from the international body. What's the objective of the visit and the meeting to develop cricket in Nigeria? And the minister said, look, I like what I hear about cricket in Nigeria. It looks good. It's doing so well. And so we will keep it going. I think that's very, very important because we've been talking about it, that Nigeria has got the potential. Nigeria has got the quality to be a sporting nation, not just football. And we can actually do well with cricket. The federation, purpose-driven, yes, and they've been doing a lot of work at the grassroots. So now the Ministry of Youth and Sport has said, look, we will partner with the Nigeria Cricket Federation to take cricket to the next level. And I think that's a really good one coming as regards to the development of cricket in Nigeria. So let's just hope that the ministry will take that one seriously. And of course, the NCF will also do their part. And now that the International Cricket Council is also involved, they're saying, look, Nigeria is one of those countries that we're looking at for proper development of cricket. And that's the right place to go to the Ministry of Youth and Sport and say, look, what are the plans in terms of supporting for the development of the sport? So that meeting went down today in Abuja, and I like it so much. We'll continue to monitor that and talk about the development of cricket in Nigeria. Let's move on with the show now, bring the discussion back to Lagos. Yes, that's where we're having the 51st edition of the Asoju-Oba Table Tennis Championship, and it will be battle royale tomorrow, yes, because two former champions will clash in the semi-finals of the Asoju-Oba Table Tennis Championship. The current and former champions, they will meet in the semi-final of the women's single at the Teslim Balogun Stadium. The defending champion Bosse Odusonya and 2013 champion Tolu Duro Simieti will be at the signature of everybody that will be watching as both players will battle for a place in the final that will take place on Friday right here in Lagos. Already, both players have started talking tough with Odusonya saying that she will hold on to her title, that no, she's not ready to lose it. She wants to retain her title. So let's see what's going to happen in the girls' final when they meet tomorrow. First, they need to play the semi-finals to see who will get to the final. I love it, particularly at the stage where we are seeing upcoming talents. That's what the Asoju-Oba Table Tennis Championship has been able to do for us, give us young, homegrown talent. So we'll be able to look at them and see, look, who knows, the next Olufunke Oshonaike can be discovered at this competition. So we'll wait to see what's going to happen in that semi-final clash between Bosse and Tolu. It will go down tomorrow. So if you've got some time, I'll be there at the Molade Okoya Thomas Hall at the Teslim Balogun Stadium to see the best of grassroots table tennis in Nigeria. All of them from different parts of the country. They've come to Lagos to show that we have talent in table tennis. Let's talk about the FIFA Beach Soccer World Cup now. It's end of the road for the Super Sand Eagles. But hey, the competition still powers on. Quarter-final fixtures. Now, Senegal still repping big time for Africa. We talked about what Senegal have been doing for the development of beach soccer, and we can see it. In the last 4 to 5 years, they have been on a consistent rise when talking about beach soccer. Brazil, after crushing the Super Sand Eagles yesterday, they will morning of today. Brazil will take on Russia in the quarterfinals of the Beach Soccer World Cup. Senegal will take on Portugal. Portugal started the trouble for Nigeria in that opening match where they defeated the Super Saiyan Eagles by 10 goals to 1. They will take on Senegal. So let's see if our West African brothers will revenge for Nigeria. Senegal, go. Yes, go Senegal. I'm rooting for Senegal. Go and show them. Go and show Portugal that you don't like what they did to Nigeria. Italy will take on Switzerland, while Japan will take on Uruguay. Quarter-final fixtures at the Beach Soccer World Cup. Let's bring the conversation back home now. We heard right after they lost to Aqua Starlets that Enugu Rangers, they told the technical crew, thank you so much. This embarrassment is too much. Aqua Starlets, newly promoted side, come to the cathedral to beat Enugu Rangers. Pack your load and go. Benedict and his technical crew, they said, look, carry, go, go, go. What's going on with the Flying Antelopes of Enugu, Nigeria's flag bearers in the CAF Confederation Cup, Rangers International? They have appointed former Super Eagles coach Salisu Yusuf as the new head coach. Wow, Yusuf will return from a one-year ban in September, signed a one-year contract with the Flying Antelopes, which could be renewed based on how he performs. The former Imba and Kano Pillars manager will be assisted by former Delta Force coach Mboas Mangot. The seven-time Nigeria champions will begin their campaign in the group phase of the Confederation Cup when they host a big spending Egyptian club, the Pyramids FC, on Sunday, December the 1st, at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium in Enugu. I want to talk to fans of Enugu Rangers on the show tonight. What do you think about the appointment of Coach Salisu Yusuf? Yes, very experienced in the league, been there, done that with several teams in the Nigeria Professional Football League, has won titles. But can Salisu Yusuf put Enugu Rangers back on track now that he has been appointed? I want to hear from fans of Enugu Rangers tonight on the show. Confirmation right there from the Twitter handle of Enugu Rangers that Salisu Yusuf will now be in charge of the Flying Antelopes. Enugu Rangers, yes, big team, but they couldn't just understand how Aqua Starlets did it in that match day 5 fixtures where they lost by 2 goals to nothing. So there's a new man at the helms of affair now, Salisu Yusuf. Let's see what he can do, particularly in the CAF Confederation Cup. Sports Tonight on Channels Television. I told you we're monitoring what's going on right there at the Champions League. Matches going down, but before we give you live results, let's take this update coming from the Nigeria Football Federation. They fired warning shots to Super Eagles technical advisor Geno Raw that why are you breaching contract? The things we said you shouldn't talk about your contract, you are saying it to the media. And so the NFF, they have asked Super Eagles coach Geno Raw to explain the reasons behind several breaches of the contract that is signed with the Federation. The NFF said the German's contract forbids him from divulging to the public sensitive information on some aspects of the contract that is signed with them. NFF's technical director, Beatrice Buwarang, explained that Raw's actions are highly unprofessional and against the spirit and letter of his contractual relationship with the Nigeria Football Federation. He added that what the NFF is owing Raw is the differential in his new contract, which is about $30,000, and it will soon be paid. I think it's beginning to look like the NFF and the technical advisor, Geno Raw, are the new distraction for the Super Eagles. Yes. So can we just sort this? Yeah, let's sort this. And that's the discussion I'll get into when we come back from this break. So let's go on this break. When we come back, Coach Geno Raw and the NFF, what is going on? What is the problem? So let's understand that discussion, because the NFF, they have cautioned the coach that, look, the next time you go on and talk about your contract to the public, we don't like it. We don't want you breaching contractual agreement. So it's big. it's been in the news that Coach Gennaro is being owed salaries by the Nigeria Football Federation. And we've been trying to understand, is it true? So the NFF should come out first and clear that. And that's what the technical director, Beatrice Biwarang, is trying to do. He says that that what the NFF is owing Coach Gennaro is a differential in his new contract, which is about $30,000. But Coach Gennaro also needs to talk. I think he should talk some more because we're getting pieces of talks here and there. So the coach should come out also and clear the air. NFF, sit down with the technical advisor and let us really understand what's going on. But the press statement from the Nigeria Football Federation says they have cautioned Coach Gennaro, saying, look, don't breach our contract anymore. And what do they mean by sensitive information? You also need to explain that to us. But that's the story. That's what is coming from the Nigeria Football Federation. Raw, stop breaching contracts. Let's talk about the UEFA Champions League now. What's going on? I told you today that some actions have already been completed. Chelsea, they had to fight against Valencia. That one ended 2-2. At the moment, Liverpool, they're taking on Napoli. Before I came into the studio, Napoli with that early goal, and that still stands right there in Group E. Napoli 1, Liverpool 0. Jurgen Klopp and his team, can they clap back? We saw a lot of clapping back yesterday in the UEFA Champions League. We will see one tonight in that same group. Genk and Salzburg, they are playing goalless. Let's go to some other fixtures. Barcelona tonight, they are taking on Borussia Dortmund, and it's Barca 2, Dortmund 0. Slava Prague, they're playing 1-1 with Inter Milan. In the UEFA Champions League, teams are looking for places in the round of 16. Some have already qualified and they're chilling, but in that Chelsea's group is looking very, very tight because Ajax at the moment, they lead against Lille. So it's looking like Ajax will be good to get to the next round. That's confirmation of it right there. Chelsea and Valencia play 2-2. They have 8 points from 5 matches. So that last match will go down the wire for both teams. Whew. It's the UEFA Champions League. We'll continue to monitor what's going on right there. But let's get you talking. What's your take on tonight's matches? What are your expectations? What teams do you think will eventually make it to the round of 16? We're monitoring everything that is going down right there in the UEFA Champions League. So that's it. Confirmation of the teams that have already made it through to round of 16. Bayern Munich. Wow, what a story yesterday night. They were on fire as they crushed Red Star Belgrade 6-0. Lewandowski came out today and said, look, let me be sincere. I love to score in that match. He scored 4 goals and missed 1 penalty. He would have made it 5 goals. He was on fire. Juve, they've also qualified. Manchester City, despite playing a 1-1 draw against Shakhtar Donetsk, also qualified. Made it to the round of 16. Paris Saint-Germain, they came back from 2 goals down to play 2-2 with Real Madrid to also book a place in the round of 16. Real Madrid, they were saying, oh, thank goodness, nothing went wrong in that match between Club Brugge and Galatasaray. So they also made it to the round of 16. Tottenham Hotspur, I told you it was dream home debut for Jose Mourinho. They came back from 2 goals down to beat Olympiacos 4-2 to also make it to the round of 16. It's the UEFA Champions League. It's drama all the way, and we'll continue to monitor it. Before we wrap up the show, let me let you know that 3 years after being fired by the United States of America, Jurgen Klinsmann has returned to coaching. Yes, coaches are hired to be fired, but they will return. Hertha Berlin hired Klinsmann after Ante Kovic left with the team already in a German Bundesliga struggle. It's a decade since Klinsmann has led a club lasting only 9 months at Bayern Munich before an underwhelming stint ended in April 2009. Welcome back to coaching Jurgen. That's how far we can go on this edition of Sports Tonight on Channels Television. But let's keep the conversation going, particularly on the UEFA Champions League. Talk to us on Twitter, Channels_Sports, Facebook, Channels IFA Sports. That's the show. For the team, I'm Austin Okonakpan. In everything you do, remember, keep talking sports. Bye for now.